Hello, Forecaster here, and we're back for episode 9. Now, I realized something. I've been destroying tall grass and these fern things, and expected to get some seeds, but I completely forgot that that's not how it works. So, instead, I need to till dirt blocks, or grass blocks, rather, that are not nearby water to get seeds. Like this. And my hoe broke. I need to make a new one, which is simple enough. And we're going to have a few more of these. 6 will do. Yeah. So if we now till the grass next to the water, we will get tilled dirt. And so you can only till dirt when it's within range of water, so that's the range that it'll be hydrated at, which is 5 blocks away from the water, I think, if I recall correctly. Skeleton. So there we go. That can put this away again for now. I also made a sickle. It can be useful to get rid of leaves. Yeah, so the sun is going down, unfortunately. What I want to do is, when possible, I would like to go to the dungeon we found way over in that direction, beyond the mountain, and see if I can explore that area a little bit, because I saw at least one cave back when I first found the dungeon, and see if we can find some exposed iron. That would be really lovely, because we are in need of iron. So while we wait for daytime, I'm going to talk a little bit about some changes I've made. So first, I have removed the Buildcraft redstone engine recipe. So I can no longer craft redstone engines. And I've done this because I'm also in cheat mode. I keep changing in single player and testing things, and it keeps remembering it when I go into multiplayer. So I can't make redstone engines anymore. And I've done this to make pumping fluids a little more challenging. And by pumping fluids, I mean both with the pump and the wooden fluid pipe, or emerald fluid pipe. So, to pump fluids anywhere, except when the machine can pump fluids by itself, or extract fluids by itself, I will need to use power. So we'll have to provide RF to these with, say, a Stirling engine or an electric engine, or peat or things like that, or clockwork engine even. So that's a change I made. I also added a recipe for the kinetic water generator from Industrial Craft. So there is the kinetic wind generator, which has this recipe, and to use this you'll need a kinetic gearbox rotor, one of these, and this produces more power the higher up it is, and also depending on which rotor it has. As you can see, it has a max value, which is the maximum wind it can utilize, but it also has a minimum, so this you have to put higher up for it to be able to work at all. This can be lower down because the wind speeds are lower at lower wild level. So the kinetic water generator, as you can see, it says VIP, only for internal testing, but I've played around a little with this and it seems to work fine. So what I've done is I've added a recipe for it, and it's based off of the kinetic wind generator, as you can see, but I've added some rubber to represent waterproofing, because you place this in the water, submerged, and we'll probably get to using this at some point, so I'll show it how it works then. But it also uses these same rotors, and it produces power from the water. I also changed the copper fluid tank recipe again, so I replaced the iron with copper. So the name is correct once again. And I felt that maybe it was a little too expensive to use iron, but it's still, you still only get one instead of two, and it costs one extra copper and a whole lot of glass. I'm pretty sure the old recipe used 4 pieces of glass here, and this is many times that. I also changed the recipe for the air compressor top. Well, I added this recipe here, which uses an iron wheel instead of this titanium battery, because these batteries cannot be crafted because they store RF, and I've essentially disabled anything that can store RF. So I can't craft these. So to be able to craft the air compressor top, I had to change or add another recipe that I can use instead. So that is that. Those are the only changes I've made so far. Now, I think we can head out now, if we're careful. The night should be over relatively soon. Or was the dungeon over here? It may have been. Ah, it was. I thought it was further. Let's get rid of this. And we'll grab this stuff. just for now. So, oh, this is nice. So you may notice that the frame rates are way smoother than they used to be. At least I hope so. So I used to use Fraps for recording, but I have now switched to using Bandicam instead. Ah, dang it. So close. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and get the materials for a new pickaxe. Oh, which... let's kill you. Poisoned. Oh, some free redstone. Ow. I'm hurt. Being hurt hurts. Also makes me slower. Let's get one of you and make one of you. Let's shove some junk in here. Don't need dirt. Don't really need that, or that, or that, or that, or these. Put this in here. It's not exactly a metal, but that can go in there. Nearly broke a bow. I think a skeleton must have dropped that. And a couple of bones. Should have a water bottle here as well. Right, I should probably eat some rotten flesh. Because I do not have any other food at the moment. Alright. That'll do for now. Some gunpowder is always nice. Alright, let's head back to the cave and keep looking for iron. I probably should have made 2 pickaxes, shouldn't I? Oh well. I can... Ooh. Nice. I can probably mine some extra cobblestone to make another pickaxe. Or at least keep in reserve, so I can make one if this one breaks. It should be alright. Let's see. I wonder if the sickle works in this stuff. Nope. Doesn't. Oh well. We have some skeletons here. Some lava nearby, it sounds like. That would be nice to have. Hopefully these skeletons don't follow in here. I sincerely hope they lost me. But we are finding plenty of iron here, which is super nice. Yep. Here's a change I've made that I probably haven't mentioned, I don't think. This is salt ore from Pam's Harvest Craft, as you can see, but I've changed the texture. So before, it had like most things in Harvest Craft, it had a texture based on the Painterly texture pack, and I really have no idea why the default textures are not based on vanilla Minecraft, like almost every other mod out there. At least the ores do have the vanilla stone texture in the background, and it really, that's better, and it really looked super awkward. Stop doing that. So what I did was I took the Faithful texture pack, which I'm using, and took its stone texture, and I made my own texture for the salt block. Now it's very loosely based off of the default texture for the salt ore, in that I used the colors from it, but as you saw, it didn't really look like it much at all. Since it's double the resolution, the default textures are 16 by 16, and the Faithful pack I'm using is 32 by 32. As you've probably noticed, things are looking a lot nicer than the default. I think 32 by 32 is a decent compromise between the style of Minecraft and not having everything look super ugly. Like the default texture resolution it's not super awful, but you lose a lot of details with it. Having double the resolution is pretty nice. I really need to make some food. I do have mushrooms. I can make some mushroom stew, which is a snack and not a morsel even. And that should stave off the starvation. Now I do need the cocoa put in here. So now we have some iron, and we will get 24 iron ingots from this, which is very, very nice. And we can do a bunch of stuff with that. And I also want to make some kitchen utensils. So we have a pot, we have a saucepan, and a skillet. And now that we have a pot, we can make some stock. And if we look in here, and that's slightly annoying, stock is made from either bones or some sort of meat or certain plants and vegetables. And if we check usages for stock, it's used as a base for a bunch of things. So meat pie, soups, pot roast, more soups, apparently mostly soups, braised onions, whatever that is, stews, more soups, spider eyes, tomato soup, seed soup, which can be made with wheat seeds, cactus soup. Now this is an unfulfilling light meal, these two, which is pretty good. And all you need is cactus and stock, which you can make from bones, a pot, the pot isn't used up, obviously. So if I make some stock, it will use the pot, but I get it back, so it's part of the recipe, but it's not actually consumed by it. Let's we have some cacti and some sand. Let us plant these behind here, and we will be able to use them as a food supply. Actually, probably want to put this here because of my fence of this railing up here. Would have caused it to pop off when it grew to 3 high. And we have 3 pieces of cactus here, and with that we can make 3 pieces of cactus soup. And it used the stalk. Alright, this is a book slot. I would like to get a workbench I can put things in. So now we can have some food. And we're already down to almost 50% after eating only 2 of them. But that sated us pretty good. And we are almost up to the temperature there. And we can put these there. We can... let's grab you out of there. I would like to make some more bronze. We can probably do this right away because these have a lower melting point than the iron. We're going to need the ladle. Now we can grab those straight out of there and throw it in there. So we get 2. And now we have 1 ingot of molten tin and 2 ingots of molten copper. So once we have that, we'll put the iron back and it's almost at the melting point there. Now it should start smelting the iron. Excellent. And we'll do this. And now, if we wait, it will mix the molten metals eventually into 4 ingots worth of molten bronze. So now we grab them out of the vat and put them in the ingot caster, like so. Then we wait for them to cool, and we have 4 ingots of bronze. And we also need a little bit of wood. Let's take the sickle here to get rid of the leaves. Hello, bat. And I was hoping to get a sapling from this. There's one. Excellent. Let's clear all of these out. Get some extra wood. Ooh, got a zombie head. Nice. Or another one, I should say, since I have one already. I'll put that in here. We'll let this update, and we need another hoe. Let's look for some more. Oh, hello. I want more seeds to make some seed soup to sate our hunger a little more. That should do for now. We only have 3 bowls of stock anyway. So we have seed soup. Twice. Pretty sure I only ate... Oh, I ate 2 of them apparently. That's weird. Oh well. Let's plant a tree here and a tree here. Also, whoops, glitchy spider. Oh, spider eye. Can actually use that to make food. Put you there. The plants only grow when they are in full daylight. So you gotta be careful that you do not block them in some way. You can't grow plants indoors unless you have a mod that happens to add a light source that can emulate the sun, basically. So you want to be aware of that. And also, it makes them grow a lot slower than in vanilla, simply because they only grow during half of a Minecraft cycle, daylight cycle. Alright, so we're at the end of the episode, so we're going to say our goodbyes for this time. I only have 3 puny piles of salt. And we have gotten quite a bunch of things done in this episode, which is very nice. We have found some iron, which I will cast into ingots during or between this episode and the next one. But that will do it for today. So I will see you in episode 10.